What's up guys, Caleb here with another installment of Reality Check, and today is all about the SteelSeries 3, 5s and 7s. We're doing like another back-to-back comparison. I just want to say a big shout out to Evetech for sending these to us so we could review them. All of these are available on their website, which we will provide links for in the description. So when you take a first look at these things, kind of line them up all next to each other, they basically look exactly the same with some minor differences in the design and the build quality, and they also sound exactly the same. So where or why are you paying that extra bit of money? Let's discuss. Across the board of the SteelSeries lineup, there is a phenomenal build quality. So the 3s and 5s are identical with a strong, rigid, yet smooth textured plastic finish, and it feels like it would withstand quite a lot of damage. The 7s kick it up a notch with a metallic headband, but maintain the plastic with the driver containers and the hinge covers. But again, throughout, I think you'd be pretty satisfied with the build quality. The aesthetics are a big yes from my side. So the 3s and 5s have a simple muted one color finish that's almost pastel in appearance, and you can get them in a whole variety of different colors to suit your personal aesthetic. Obviously the 7s have a metallic headband, so there's a metallic finish there as well, but the headband strap kind of breaks away from the simplistic design and looks quite nice. And then also the placements of the logos across the board are really simple and unobtrusive. So I really like the aesthetics. The 3s and 5s have an identical shape with a fairly even curve, but the 7s are substantially wider, so they'd fit a slightly wider head. However, the curve is a bit more extreme as well, so it gives you a bit more clamp force overall. In terms of the ear cushions, they're really soft and really poofy, and they all have the same material finish across the board. And I really like the oval ear shape of the ear cushion, so it sits on my head very nicely. I think the comfort is outstanding with the 3s, 5s and the 7s. Now let's talk about some of the features in terms of RGB, connection options, whatever, because this is where you're going to see the reason for the price differences of the 3, 5s and 7s. So the 3s are a wired option only, and they don't offer you anything else really past that point. Moving up onto the 5s, you can connect via 3.5 jack or via USB, but then it also gives you really beautifully diffused minimal RGB, which just adds to the overall aesthetic of the headset, and I really like. Moving on to the 7s now, it's giving you the best options because it's going to cost the most money, so you can connect via 3.5 jack or wirelessly, which is a big deal because wireless technology is objectively the best. One last feature that the 3s, 5s and 7 all have in common is that you can send the feed of your headphones to another set of headphones via 3.5mm jack plug-in. Now that might seem pointless, but it's actually kind of cool if you're just using it on the bus with a homie or something like that. But then also you could potentially use it as a recording feed if you were recording like professional LAN games or something. You could get individual players' audio feed. So that's pretty cool. Now let's talk about the sound quality. To begin with, the 3, 5s and 7s all have the same drivers, the same sound signature, and are tuned to the same frequency response. So they're going to sound exactly the same. You might experience some slight variances because of the way the ear cups isolate noise based on the shape of your ear specifically, or how you've connected it, be it 3.5 or USB or wirelessly, but they are typically going to sound exactly the same. They do sound really amazing though, with the really well-balanced, smooth, versatile sound signature that's easy on the ears for music, for gaming, for productivity, kind of across the board really. It also has a decent amount of volume with very little to no distortion across any of the frequencies when you bump it up, and the bass has also got some true resonance. It's not overpowering, it doesn't drown anything, but it's totally there. Now, as I said, they sound exactly the same, so we're only gonna do a binaural of the Arctis 7s, but that's gonna give you an idea of what the other two sound like. So let's jump into the binaural. And this is the microphone test for the SteelSeries Arctis 7s. Now remember, you're getting the same microphone across the board for the 3, 5s and 7s, and it's pretty decent. Seems to read volume quite well, seems to handle popping and hissing quite well, but it struggles a little bit with the crackling. Now, not a bad mic from any perspective. I'm pretty happy with it. Back to the review. So that's pretty much it for the comparison, guys. Clearly, you're getting the same awesome sound quality across the board, but what you're paying for right now is versatility. If you want different connection options, if you want different aesthetic options, then you kind of have to pick and choose what you want from the 3, 5, and 7 lineup. 5s give you the most aesthetic controls, 7 gives you the most connection options, and the 3s are just a really good budget pair of headphones for a cheap price that you could pick up and plug into anything, and that's kind of the value that they provide. Anyways, guys, that pretty much wraps it up for this installment of Reality Check. Let me know in the comment section below which one you prefer, 3s, 5s, or the 7s. Otherwise, tell me what headset you're using currently. Maybe we've got it around the office, or maybe we can get our hands on one and do a review on it. You never know. Don't forget to hit like, don't forget to hit subscribe, don't forget to touch that little bell icon so it can notify you when we upload new videos.
Ding dong.
Ding dong. And I'll catch you guys next time for another installment of Reality Check. Peace!
Oh, that's a lot, dude.
Try to do a cool spin.